Hi everybody, I'm really sorry. I was striked for about a week. So I'm just gonna do a few videos because I think I backlogged on a few things. There was quite a lot to talk about. Um there's a lot going on. Believe there is a lot. Um this video, as you can see, it's called Love Yourself. Um there's a lot going on. Especially with the carbonation poppy show going on right now. There's one person, there's one young lady, I think, that drives me to make this one. In fact, her name's Nafatari, Naf, they call her Titty, Alley Cat. Um, she's searching, but what is she? She's searching and searching and searching and searching and searching. But she believes the only way she can find spirituality is through it. It's through man. Um, no, you know, um, some women don't need to do all that. You know, yes, the master teachers or teachers can be men. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't need to sleep up underneath the man, um, to make you spiritual or enlightened, reach nirvana quicker. It doesn't make you reach nirvana quicker at all. Um, you you as a woman, particularly because I'm a woman, you as a woman, yes, at first you are blindsided by the beauty of certain men and their spirituality and the knowledge and all that. Yes, I've been there, but I haven't slept underneath nobody to learn spirituality because you can learn it from various places. There's various sources. Like I keep saying, there's various sources. And the reason why I say that you must love yourself, right? This young lady particularly, right? Okay. I mean, now the conscious community is getting a bad, even a worse name, I would say, from these examples, even now. So if you are new aged bohemian, because there is Afro bohemians around, there's new age, there's people who follow Dr. Sabi, there's people who follow a whole heap of stuff, but you don't need to sleep up under no man to learn all that. Now, in her mind, she believes that how these men would get her somewhere or she'll have an aha moment. Not necessarily. You have to find it within yourself. Yes, you can go through loads of stuff and loads through. Yes, I mean, I was young myself too. Yeah, I get it. I was young, right? Right. But my thing, my ones was the Rasta. The Rasta was my biggest one. Nation of Islam was easy. But then the Rasta side of things was different because you will come across elders who would teach you and not want to lie down with you. There are some men who would not have sex with you, you know, they will say no, they'll hand you some books, hand you videos, you know. There are some men who's like that. There's some very strict men in the conscious community that don't do all that stuff, right? So, right, fair enough, right? You are young and you're searching. There's nothing wrong with searching. You can be 50 and 60 and still searching. It happens, that's life. But at the end of the day, right, you're searching, but you have to sleep up under these people, right? In the village, let me explain something now. In a village, because I was told this as well. Now, in a village, there's a bunch of elders, right? There's a bunch of women. They're in the village. They run a separate thing from the men, right? The women take a young girl or young lady, and they coach her, and they take her underneath their wing, right? Um, There's a few Rasta sets that does this as well. You know, Boba Dreads, I think, is one of them who does it. So, um, why? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, low self-esteem is one of them. Yes, you can have low self-esteem. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? Some there is, and the thing is that, right, this young lady, she is a very attractive lady, but she feels that how her teachers, she has to go there with teachers. She's been there with a few teachers, right? She was with Yada. She was with Nature Boy. Okay, recently she was with TOK. Oh yeah, and also Prince York. You know, the New Arpians, right? Right, the New Warpians. Now, let me tell you about the New Warpians. The New Warpians have a lot of information because they was always way ahead on stuff. They was way ahead of Nation of Islam. They was way ahead on Rasta. They was way ahead on a lot of things. Dr. York was very, very, very. He had a lot of information because he went through different motions. He went through Islam. He went through, you know, Egypt. He went through a lot of motions. So when I see Prince York, right, I'm literally looking at his father in his face. I see his dad in him a lot, right? And as much as people say he's got ego, you know, he spoke a lot to her. He said, you know, where are the fathers? Where are the brothers? Where the this? Where the that? And some people was like, oh, he's got ego, where. But he was brought up a certain way. Just remember, he was brought up a certain way too, right? So when he's talking, he was speaking a lot of truth. He was speaking a lot. I can actually say that, right? He was speaking a lot of truth because there was no men. I had no men around to protect me. I had to learn the hard way. Now, the only way this young lady is going to learn the hard way, right, is that somebody says something, which I think she's having that moment now. But how long is it going to last? She's had the aha moment with Prince York. She had the aha moment. But what she's doing, hi, blue girl. But what she's doing, she's re-saying the stuff what Malachi's son is saying, right? So her self-esteem is very low. It's so low. It's right, you know, right. You wouldn't believe she is. You know, she keeps saying, "My master teacher, my master teacher." Yes, it's good to have a master teacher. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you have to go through the different levels of understanding of yourself, right? But there is also women out there that's doing certain Egyptian stuff out there. There's Queen Afua. Queen Afua actually is the biggest one that I know from America that is doing the biggest one. There's Muat Ashby and his wife that's doing Egyptian yoga. So you don't need to sleep up under a man because there's women doing certain stuff. They can teach you about herbs and eating right and taking care of your womb and how to how to go through spiritual union. You know, it's not a hard thing. I mean, yes, it's hard because it all depends on the place and the environment where you at or whatever, right? But some things are not. I think some things are impossible. So I'm not saying it's possible because some things are impossible. Now you have to learn yourself. You go through a lot of things, right? Because like I said, I've been 20, I've been the early 20 parts. Yes, you're naive. I mean, my thing was Rastaman. I used to love Rastaman. I used to love their hair. I used to love how they look. I used to love a lot of things about Rastaman. Hi, Chris. You alright? I used to love a lot of things about Rastaman, right? They was very attractive at the time, but the only problem is they was not securing the women in their base. You know, anybody can come in. Like, I went to a Rasta house with my children on my birthday, and there was an incident. Now, if that was Nation of Islam, it would have been a whole lot different. You know, it's a bit long to go into, so I won't go into it. But I'm just saying, if it was Nation of Islam, it would have been a whole lot different. And not only that, right, this lady, she's just searching. She's searching here, she's searching there. She moved from up this, or she come down this, or right. TOK, right? He's got pimp like ways, you know. He put his wife on all sorts of things. He made them buy a pole, and Prince Malachi's son was saying, that's not right. They're hoes and all this, but she's searching. That's what I can see from her. I mean, she's caught a lot of STDs and all sorts of shit, and she just seems so lost. It's like, you're so lost. She needs an elder. She needs an elder to guide her, an elder woman, you know, um, an elder woman, right? Because even in Africa, and I'll refer to Africa, 'cause that's all I know, right? In the village, the women will take the girls through rites of passage. So it could be spiritual rites of passage. It could be water. It could be spiritual rites of passage. It could be all sorts of passages, right? So I don't see why. Hold on, I'm trying to multitask here, right? Because I haven't been on my stream in such a long time, right? It's been it's such a she's all over the place. The woman, right? She doesn't know. She doesn't know where she's coming or going. Basically, she don't know where she's coming or going. That's what I'm. That's what I feel from the girl. She's just literally all over the place. And the sad thing is that how I don't know if you can still hear me. The sad thing is she's so all over the place. All right, she's literally giving herself up to whoever, who's ever saying the knowledge, the knowledge, who's ever saying the knowledge. But it's a lot deeper than that, because there's books you can go find, you know, right? I've put up a set of books that women can use, and Supernova Slum is even working with the men. So why are you going and finding yourself all over the place? I hate people who try to bring the cover. Yes, yes, but there's a lot of people doing that. There's a lot of people doing that, especially now, because even before YouTube as well, used to be a lot of people. So yeah, I digressing. There's a lot of people, right, used to be on YouTube just to give information. Now it's like people's trying to catch people at their weakest point, right? On IG, Bigo, and all that. People are trying to put on this front, I mean, or whatever. They're literally trying to catch, well, the younger people is getting caught up in a lot of stuff, because it wasn't like that before in the conscious community. The conscious community wasn't like that. Normally, if you're doing something, right, they will call you out for the scammer that you are, right? And the whole community wouldn't even deal with you. Long time ago, that's how it used to go. So for this lady, this young lady, she's there taking herself to nature, so-called nature, carbonation particularly. She's taking herself to carbonation. She's taking herself to the Nuwapian. I mean, the Nuwapian teachings, right, are very, very different. I mean, they go on all different frequencies. You can even get their meditating music. You know, you'll find so many things on, to do with the waking up of the third eye and all this. And I know people call them the Hotep technique, but I won't say the other word, because I don't even like that word anyway, because I think that's the word that was used to enslave the people, right? So there's higher frequencies things you can do. Because I used to listen to the New RPNs a lot. Their tune, the meditation music. There's absolutely nothing wrong. You can literally sit in your house, right? It's so deep. You yourself can even do stuff in your house to uplift yourself, or put yourself in a position where like where like you will have more information than the teachers out there. You don't need really a teacher to teach you. You have to teach yourself. And I think that's where people get it wrong. You know, they it's like they forget the whole idea. Oh, hi, Bronze King. Right, they forget the whole idea of the knowing. You know, or like, do you want shortcuts? Because the whole idea of loving yourself, right, is that how right you are searching for that person to give you a shortcut to do what you got to do. You shouldn't have to get a shortcut. Right, there's no shortcuts. Basically, there's no shortcuts. You know, yeah. Right, there's no shortcuts. Right, you need to go sleep, okay? Right, there's no shortcuts. Right, you need to literally find it within yourself. You know, healing. So cool. As I say, healing is not pretty, but it doesn't mean to say that you got to suffer yourself to be healed. You know, and this young lady, she's really going through the ringer. Not only that, right? Not only that, she's infecting people along the way. You can't like, if you're saying you're healing and you're into healing and you want to share your healing with the people, right? Because I used to have this question for others, because I meet some therapists who's energy healers, and sometimes, right, they will drain the energy out of you, right? You and them's working together, and they will drain the energy out of you, and you're thinking to yourself, are you sure? Like, you know what I mean? It goes hand in hand. I mean, nothing's for sure, but there is loads of sets. Pardon me. There's loads of sets outside there that can help you. Either way, you are trying to change or you're not. Someone can't do the healing work for exactly. But exactly, and that's what she needs to. That's what she hasn't come to that conclusion yet. Everyone's rushing over to the tropics. Yeah, it's nice to have sun. I ain't gonna lie, I want some sun too. I'm in England, where sometimes it's misty, sometimes it's cold. Right, it's very misty here, right? But you feel that you got to run to the tropics. You're right. You're running away from yourself, basically. You know, you can't get no shortcuts from nowhere. There is no shortcuts in this thing, and when you're like, I was around the white new age people. The white new age people takes it to levels, levels, right? They will meet up and they'll walk on fire and do all that stuff, and they will reach their so-called enlightenment, however they want to reach it. But it's like pure opportunists out here. Well, right, well, it's even more now. There's even more now. There's a lot of opportunists out here now, and I'm kind of glad I'm not in my early 20s to be true. I'm glad, because I think if I was in my early 20s, I probably would be one of those girls over there, over in carbonation and whoever else is going on right now, because there's no discipline. You have to have a little bit of discipline. You can't just be all over the place looking for a shortcut here and a shortcut there and a shortcut there and a shortcut there. Do you know when I came to an aha moment? Well, actually, not even an aha moment. I had an aha moment before. Well, a couple of times. Right, even now, right. I'm like in my 40s right now, and I've literally had aha moments. Sometimes, and how I learned, right? Yes, isolation works too. Sometimes by yourself. When you're by yourself, right, you learn a lot of things about yourself. Right, you learn a lot. So when you meet another person who's similar to you, right, you and them connect, and then like you talking to them and you're forming ideas and you're working at, and they're saying, oh, why don't you try this? And you say, okay, and you try it, right? I met a Kabbalist at one point, and he said, right, he was saying he's a teacher, right, fair enough, right? We had a lot in common and stuff like that. We had a lot in common, and um but he was very structured in his practice because he was able to do Solomon seals and all this stuff. He was really deep in it. He was even dealing with the Orisha line. So so he more or less was like confirming certain things in my mind. Yes, exactly, blue girl. Exactly. So he was there and he came with an idea and I came with an idea. Me and him came to one, you know. The only problem is that like what I noticed with men who's into stuff, the ego is huge. The ego is absolutely massive. So like I'll say something and then he'll come with something even better than what I just said. So I'll be like, oh, okay. So my daughter is like my little seer, my little eyes, one of them. And I said to her, take a look at this man. And she looked at the man and she said, Mum, oh, he's kind of weird, you know. You know, he's kind of weird. You need to be by yourself so that you don't have what to do to feel yourself best. Exactly. Exactly. So when you meet your counterpart now, and you and them is talking, right? At one point, right, there'll be a conclusion, right? You both come to a conclusion, right? Or sometimes, right, you might go out, you meet like three people, and they come to the same conclusion that you does that set that one conclusion that everybody's come to. So people's looking for whatever they're looking for, just searching for what I don't know. Right about now, right, is there's scammers out here. There's scammers, right? You have to know who you're dealing with now. You know, you have to be very aware who you're dealing with, who you're putting your time and energy into. You know, so so oh, you give me the ball. Oh, so there's no monster. Go to sleep. Right. So then you have to realize who you're dealing with, you know. Hi, Peanut. You have to realize who you're dealing with because there's a lot of opportunists out there, right? So, so the Nuwapian, what I say, Mr. York's son, right? We know that Mr. York's son, no, Mr. York actually was abusing children at one point, right? And everybody was standing because every time I brought it up, everybody was like, no, no, this is the that, right? He had a huge place in wherever he had the place, Tamaray, right? And he was away from society, so-called society. So, but while he was by himself with his family and his wives, what's the matter? My arm. Oh, sorry, people. Child, go to sleep. Right. So he was by in this community doing his thing or whatever, and then later on it came out like he was abusing children. Now I'm not running him. I'm not saying oh he's a bad man, but what he was doing was wrong anyway in the beginning as well. And as much as the lady in question, because she ain't all the way there herself. She's just looking for the next man that she can run under to go and find her whatever she's searching for. Come here, come, come. Lie down on me. Lie down. Right. She's searching for whatever she's searching for. And whether she finds it, that's another thing. Sorry, I might have to come off because the baby's up. so so whether she finds her happiness or whatever she's searching for, that's a question and a bit, because Prince York, right, have a lot of knowledge. He's very knowledgeable, and he is knowledgeable on that level. He's knowledgeable, right? Nature Boy is not knowledgeable, right? Prince York grew up speaking Nuwapu, right? Just like his other people. Polite was speaking Nuwapu, who's teaching it. His women was business women, right? Okay, now Polite's on some next head. I don't even know where he is right now, right? But the women was knowledgeable. When there was seminars and they will be against the Hebrew Israelites and all this thing, they will come with something. They wouldn't wait for him to tell them what to do or when to do it, whatever. They was free to do whatever. They had a free mind, right? Because when you're the woman, you're carrying your man as well, right? So this young lady that's searching for herself, searching, what's she searching for? I don't even know what she's searching for, right? That she needs to go under a man to get what she needs to get, which you don't need, right? And she don't love herself at all. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, so when you reach 30, 40 and you look back, what would you be saying to yourself then? Because when you're 30, 40, right, you come to your own conclusion. You come to your own, you sort of have your own mind. You sort of set in your ways. Nobody can't tell you nothing, right? And then and then you're there looking for a man, right? So you men, right, are our support. Well, like, we support you, nurture you, and you're supposed to protect us. And some men are not like that. Some men will be just the one to take advantage of a woman, right? If she looks vulnerable enough, right, they will go and take advantage of the woman, yeah. And the woman is none the wiser. She just thinks, oh yeah, he's trying to help me and da 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 da. But then after a while, right, when you reach like a certain age now, right, that's far from your mind, right? You're just looking kind of companion or whatever, and then more. You get more in a minute, right? And then you're looking for whatever next is coming in your life. I feel that people are searching for a higher experience because the world is so toxic that people are not even happy when with themselves, and looking for happiness any corner, even if it's toxic man. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you not love yourself enough that how right you don't want to discover your own self? You can be enlightened and be alone. It happens. Hell, most of the wisest women was alone. Everybody come to the wise woman, and she'll be by herself. She haven't got no man. She's not lying underneath a man or whatever, right? They will come to her, and she'll be the one guiding the people in the village. That's what I'm saying. In Africa, there is a set of women. Even in Benin, right? Even in Benin, there's a set of women that is the Obo's wife, the chief wife, the chief's wives. There's like 5 of them, right? And they would get in trance or get mounted by spirit, and then they will start talking like in a different voice or whatever, and then whoever asking them questions, a woman, because there's one person who's been through this. Mel B from Spice Girls. She witnessed all this, and I'm glad they showed it on the TV. So you're showing that how you don't need somebody to take you somewhere. Where are they gonna take you? Take you to where? Mel B went to Benin by herself to discover herself. She didn't go with no man. She didn't go with her husband. She went there. She discovered that she was the princess of voodoo in Benin. So you don't need a man. Well, and I'm not sexist, right? Don't get me wrong, right? I love men, right? I love you men. I love men. Till this, all right, even in my big age, I still love men. Yeah, right? You don't need a man to take you to enlightenment. You enlighten yourself. Or maybe if you have that low self-esteem, maybe you need to work out what's wrong with your esteem. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe you need a group of women that can that can uplift you, because women can come together and do. Oh, it's windy. Where women can come together and uplift. That's windy. Yes, and uplift and do stuff together. You know. So I don't understand, but this lady anyway. But this lady is just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's no words for her right now. And I know she's gonna carry on this facade for a while longer, you know. It's not she's not even she's right, she's using Prince's words to talk to other women. You're an influencer. So if you don't love yourself and these women seeing you and they're following you, what are you trying to put out there? Hold on, now I'm gonna start showing all what you are saying, because you lot are all speaking facts. As they say in carbonation, facts, right? You all are all speaking right. You're speaking, what you're saying is right. Because you can't find you're gonna buck up on an opportunist. Oh God. You're gonna buck up on opportunists. That's who you're gonna buck up on. They're gonna see you coming like a mile away. And you know who else is covering this as well? Well, he's covered like 2 series of it. Mind Over Matter. Mind Over Matter actually cracked it. I really think he got it. Right? You laid up under whoever, and you'll think that how right you're enlightened and you're able to teach people. Even I can't even say, yeah, okay, I'm teaching somebody. I have to know myself before I can even come on here and be talking a whole heap and saying this and saying that. Even one of my previous videos, I had to go research stuff before I can actually talk. And even then, I just realized, I'm just going to talk from my heart sometimes, because sometimes you see some stuff and you're just like, what the hell? What is going on? I just can't believe it. And the conscious community looks so bad. They look so bad because I'm not part of the conscious community. I'm around it, so I'm not in it. Right? It looks so bad. It looks really bad on what it's supposed to be for. We're not supposed to be dealing with certain stuff, right? We're supposed to work together. The women's supposed to go off in one corner and go and work together, go and hash out whatever problems they got in their mind. Before, like, we can say, okay, right, I want a husband, I want a husband, I want this, I want that, I want a whole house. You don't love yourself. Obviously, it shows me you don't love yourself. And when you love yourself, right, you ain't got time for nobody. You ain't got time. Nobody can't tell you nothing. So this is my little rant for today, because I've been off the stream for a while. It was pure torture. So I'm gonna put up some of the comments. Hold on, let me go through. Right. Hi, blue-eyed lady again. Bronze. Peanut Nola. Hi, one welcome. Okay, now, so either you're trying to change or you're not. Someone can't do the healing work for you. That is right. That is absolutely correct. On point. 100, 48.4. You know, absolutely correct. Blue Eye Girl, absolutely correct. You need to be yourself so that you don't have outside voices telling you what to do or how to feel. Yourself knows yourself. Yes, because only you know best. Only you know best. You know yourself better than anybody else. There's no, it takes a while to know yourself, but when you know yourself, there's no one can't tell you nothing. No one can't say nothing to you, right? You are the commander of yourself. Me, when I don't want to talk to nobody, my phone's on silent. Yeah, my phone's on silent right now. This present moment, my phone's on silent. Right before I used to talk to people, some toxic ass people, I tell you, right. And then I got to a place in my head, and I said, you know what? I don't want to talk to them. Plus, not only that, I have kind of my children, because I always refer to my children. See, my children are like the alarm. When you don't come correct, my children will say, Mum, I don't know, I'm not sure about that one, It's not right. And I'll be like, oh, they're all right. Da, da, da. And how much years later or a year later, they burn me. So, right, for me to acknowledge that I got my self-worth, I keep my distance. I don't be where I don't want to be. I mean, when I'm on the YouTube, I'm quite different because I'm all over in a kind of a way, but I choose where I want to be. Yeah. So when you love yourself, right, you're not prepared to hear and sit down and watch certain things or whatever. And like I said, there's still books out there that can guide you anyway. As much as people don't like the books, on the Kindle you can download Queen Afua. I'm actually quite sure. Man Heal Yourself is probably on Kindle. There's no excuse. Even now, you should be actually trying to learn some new skills, really. Shouldn't be all over town doing whatever. Because that's what Nefertari's doing. She's all over town, all over. Literally all over the place. Doing much to do about nothing. She ain't really doing for herself. She's searching. And she needs to go take care of her STD problem or whatever problem's wrong with her. So, yeah. What's the next one now? Yeah, the toxic people. Yes, I feel people are searching for higher experience because the world is so toxic and that people are not even happy with themselves, looking for happiness any corner, even if it's a toxic man. Exactly. And I repeat, this is on point. Yeah. You can learn to be the better person. You know yourself. You don't really to get higher experiences and all that stuff, right? You need a good teacher or a guide. Just say guides because everybody's using teacher. You need to be right. You need a good guide in your life. A good guide. You need to find that good guide, that guidance. And once you got that guidance, you got the right person, right? You would know anyway when you find the right person, because automatically they will say, right, especially if you are a certain way, they will say, no, you can't be getting on with them things there. It's wrong. You need to come better than that. It's like that friend that tells you the truth and it hurts your ears and it hurts your head and it burns you. You see, when that friend tell you the truth and it burns you, like flipping hell, man. Right? See, they tell you the truth, it burns you inside. But people ain't looking for that. Like the quickest help. Okay, fair enough, I'll run to that one. You know, I'll run over there. But anyways, yeah. Blue eye girl. Toxic people are the worst. They are not happy with themselves, like I'm saying. So they're acting out, and that's why they are ruining other people because they can't fix themselves. Yes, Nature Boy. I don't know whether you know of him, Chris. I know me, Bronze, and Peanut Nola has been in all the chats with this man. About this man, should I say. Right? He's projecting to be this guru. And there's another one, actually. There's quite a few of them. He's the Messiah. He's the God. You know, there's the only one higher than you is the divine and the divine energy. Right? And your ancestors and whoever else you want to praise or whatever. Right? He's toxic. Right? Quite a few people's been adopted, fostered, whatever. Probably went through the worst experience ever. And they come out fighting. They literally come out fighting. They says, you know what, right? That's not happening again. Right? Okay. Right. They come out fighting and they don't project it onto other people. They don't project it onto other people. He's projecting his stuff on other people. He went for a whole heap of abuse, a whole heap of this, a whole heap of that. He's actually putting it onto the people that surround him. Then he's saying that they're his students. Now, Bronze and Peanut, have you seen any of his students out here doing anything big when they leave him? I ain't. You know, they're not out here. You're supposed to improve your life, not supposed to be hurting other people. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Right, you're not supposed to be You're not supposed to be hurting other people. You know, I'm still gonna have to get off because the baby's up. Hi, peace, telepathic, black telepathic. Right, you're not supposed to be hurting other people out here. Right, you're supposed to change the course or whatever's happened to you. Right? Right? You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to, you know, help other people, whether it's at grassroots level, whatever level you're at. You're not supposed to be hurting other people, and in the worst way ever, starving people. What's all that about? So maybe from what I'm getting from all these videos and lives what I've been, he's been through all this, so he's hurting other people. He actually needs help. He needs help on a big scale. Him and that other person, they need help. He's very toxic. It's like, you don't love yourself. You really don't love yourself, don't you? I just have to look at him and I just think, wow. Treats the women like rubbish. He didn't go through rites of passage properly at a young age. Right? He didn't go through it. He's another one who don't love himself. He don't love himself at all. Man, I say that all the time. We are here to help other people, and that's why we don't live alone in the world. We are not here to harm and destroy. Yes, but people destroying people left, right, and center. What are you hoping to achieve? It's only going to come back to you later on. Why do you feel that you need to destroy people so badly? And you're not even helping people, right? think I've helped a lot of people. I ain't boasting or nothing. I probably helped a lot of people. I even helped people in the first lockdown. I helped one person in the lockdown. She was looking, she wasn't getting what she was getting from another person. I helped her. Told her about books. Told her what to do. You get your blessings back. It's no biggie. You know what I mean? You don't have, right, even if you're going through the worstest thing in your life, you can't project it onto other people. It's not their fault. You have to find it within yourself. You have to find it within yourself. You are the controller. You are the controller. Straight up. It's just very sad. We come to this. I don't know what is wrong with the world. The world is actually gone cuckoo. It's gone crazy. You know? But anyways, I'm not going to be on here long. So I'm not going to go on and start waffling and talking because I just end up going round and round in circles myself, and I don't want to be going around in circles. So, and as you can hear, my little one's up, so I need to sort her out. So yeah, so you know, but like I said, there's this very dysfunctional people out here. Dysfunctional.
What? What is this freeze?
Yeah, it's very dysfunctional, and people, right? Like sometimes you got to think about yourself, because there's loads of teachers on here. Like Chris is a teacher. Peanut Nola's a teacher. Who else is there? Black Telepathic is a teacher. Bronze is a teacher. Blue Girl is a teacher. Right, we're all teachers at the end of the day. Boy, I can't even talk. We're both teachers at the end of the day. You don't need nobody higher than you to tell you who you are. The only time you need to be around someone higher than you is when you're going through initiation process, or when you need to be around a set, being i.e. those ether circles, certain circles. Even the Mardi Gras Indians, I swear they got they have a set too by themselves. So you have to think about you and what you're projecting out on the world, because we's all energy. We're energy out here. So what you dish out, you're gonna get back in another way. It's like the old men, the men, they used to interfere with girls, and then when you see them, how much years later when they're older, they all mash up. They have nobody there for them. Nobody don't want to know them. They mash up, their leg mash up. Sometimes their body alone, the way how when they're old, the way the body does react, where you're hunched over. That's all the wickedness that you've been doing to other people in your younger days. It just comes back and haunts you in another way. So I'm not going to be on here long because, like I said, I've got to go look after my little one because you can hear her, and I don't want to be talking forever. And because I can't do the panel thing, so I'm going to come off. But, just,
Uh-oh. Mommy. I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. Just be the example.
I need to move, please.
Yeah, Mummy's coming. Mummy's going to come off now. But you need to be the example, So I'm going to come off because I can hear my little ones up now. Oh, you don't sound too good. Right. So I'm going to come off. I will talk a little more, but I mean, it's nice to have the back and forwards. So when I figure out the other bits, then we can do the back and forwards and stuff like that. So with that said, I'm just going to put the last one. Exactly what do you get out of it? We have to die the same, death. I feel that people are angry about death and angry about figuring out their existence. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactamendo. So, yeah. So I thought I'll just bring this forward. But yeah, thanks for coming in. I'm going to go see after my little one because, like, YouTube, when the little one's up, it's a bit more harder to talk and vibes and thing. So I'm gonna come off, and I hope you have a good day, evening, night, whatever time it is over where you are, because it's night time over. It's like going into morning over here. So have a good night. Have a good, good day. Whatever you're doing.
My arm is very sweet.
Yeah, I know. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.